Hey there, we are on day 9. How you feeling so far? Today I want to focus on having a quiet mind. At the end of the day, with all our intentions, Bruce Lee's intention, Jim Carrey's take on life and his intentions, if we come from the space of quiet, that's where grace and ease are. That's where we find the effortless way. Did you know that there is a very quick way to quiet your mind other than meditating? Sometimes it can take hours of meditating before your mind stops the monkey chatter. Using this method, you can actually have a quiet mind in minutes, sometimes seconds. So just breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out. Check inside. Is there anything going on in there right now any feelings happening? Any feelings to release? All feelings want to go. That's what Lester Levinson says. And that's where this method comes from. All feelings want to leave. So if you just welcome up any feelings that you might have going on right now, just allow them to be there. Open up the door. Could you let them go? Just watch the feelings leave. They want to leave. We just get out of the way and just let them leave. Just kind of shift your focus back. Like, we'll sit up straight, become courageous, say, I am the boss, and then just watch your feelings go. Welcome them up. Welcome them up some more. Don't push them down. Just let them go. Welcome them up some more. Just allow them to be there. Surrender into the feeling. Notice that when you surrender and allow them to be there, you kind of just melt together. And they can easily disappear from that space. Like magic. Just let go. Some feelings can be tougher than others. For some reason, we're holding on to them, not even realizing it. So that's when we just send them love and tell them to leave. It's okay for them to leave. They don't need to stay. They're free to go. Just let them go. Let them go some more. Can you just give all those feelings some approval? Instead of disapproving of the feelings and the stuff that comes up inside of you, can you just give them all approval? They're just there, just to, hey, here I am. Can you just give them some approval? Yes. Could you just give those feelings some approval? Yes. Could you just let go of disapproving of your feelings? Yes. Could you let go of disapproving of them some more? Yes. And even more, yes. And even more, yes. And even more, yes. And say yes. It's important to say yes. And even more, yes. And could you give those feelings some love and approval? Yes. And even more love and approval? Yes. And even more love and approval? Yes. And could you give yourself some love and approval? Yes. And could you give yourself even more love and approval? Yes. Just because it's today, could you just give yourself some love and approval? Just in this moment, for no other reason, just give yourself some love and approval. Yes. And even more love and approval. Yes. And even more love and approval. Yes. And just check inside. What are you experiencing right now? Is it possible that your mind is quiet right now? Throughout all these exercises, when I bring you up to, when you allow yourself to just go up to the top, I'm not bringing you anywhere, you're doing it yourself. Could you just notice how your mind just goes quiet? It's quite amazing, actually. It's this quiet mind. Could you give yourself even more love and approval? Yes. And even more love and approval. Yes. Look how amazing you are. Look how quick you can just give yourself a quiet mind. Could you give yourself some more love and approval? If you're not experiencing that quiet mind, you will. Just could you give yourself even more love and approval just because it's today? Could you give your neighborhood love and approval? Yes. Could you give the world a little love and approval? Yes. Just because it's today, just at this moment in time, could you give your favorite person some love and approval? Yes. And even more. Yes. And even more. Yes. And even more. Yes. And can you give yourself love and approval? Yes. And even more love and approval. Yes. And even more love and approval. Yes. And even more love and approval. Yes. Do you notice the quiet? What are you experiencing? Are you experiencing quiet? Let me know. Can you just surrender into that quiet? That space of quiet? The magical space of quiet where you can create anything you want from that space. There's no judgment in this space of quiet. It's just freedom in this space of quiet. It's peace. It's tranquility. It's love. A space of quiet. Being in this space of quiet for just a couple minutes can feel like it was a couple of hours of meditating. So can you just surrender into this space of quiet? And if you have any questions that you would like an answer to, this is the best time. It's just when you're in that space of quiet. And allow your true self to give you the answer, not your mind. Allow Source, the source of who you really are, enter. And allow the answers from a much higher space come from. Could you give yourself some love and approval for taking time to do this exercise? Thank you so much. I so appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you taking time for yourself to experience something different, something powerful, something easy and effortless. Life can be effortless. We just need to decide to come from effortless. get out of our own way. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Aloha.